Hello everyone. So I'm Irvin from the Faculty of Computing and Informatics. We'll be presenting this paper titled A Survey on Drying Technologies for Agriculture Areas State of the Art, Opportunities, Trends and Challenges. Now in this modern world, conventional energy sources such as natural gas, oil, coal are widely utilized for many vital purposes, primarily electrical power generation. Now, while these conventional energies are expensive and of limited reach, which means it will eventually be depleted, it also has a significant negative impact on the environment and the world's general health. Now, on the other hand, the solar energy, which is one of the renewable sources of energy that can be abundantly obtained in tropical climate countries, is seen as a strong alternative to the conventional energy that we currently use. In the agriculture industry, a drying operation refers to the post-harvest products drying process. The traditional drying process includes direct sunlight, where the harvest is laid on a tray under the sun until the moisture level is generally about 10% remains. However, this traditional drying process consumes time, weather dependent, and may result in the degradation of the harvest quality. Therefore, the development of modern drying technology solves some of the drawbacks of the existing traditional drying method. But although the successful employment of modern drying machinery has contributed to the increasing farmers' productivity and economic growth, this method is much more expensive, has high energy consumption, and environmentally consequently cannot be overlooked. Therefore, for this reason, the development of solar drying technology can expedite the drying process and preserve the important quality of dried product. Now for this particular review, two journal database has been referred, namely the IEEE Explore and Google Scholar. The chosen search keyword for this review is solar dryer, solar drying technology, soil, and solar dryer for agriculture. The purpose of this review is to review the recent solar drying machines and to gain a better understanding of the latest trend and challenges in solar drying technology over the last 5 years. Okay, so as mentioned briefly in the previous slides, a traditional drying technique is still being practiced widely in Malaysia for small-scale farmers. However, it comes with several drawbacks, such as the following. Okay, for example, one of them is time consuming, require more labor, and so on. Now, the current rapid pace and technology improvement has shown interest in developing drying technology. The drying of agriculture product using electric dryers works best. However, drying technologies that adopts conventional energy sources require not only significant investment but also causes environmental pollution. So small-scale farmers would not benefit from the conventional drying technology since it would hurt their socioeconomy. Solar technology, on the other hand, has great potential to be adapted into drying technology machine to dry agriculture products. As natural drying methods use direct sunlight to dry products, the solar drying technology capitalizes on solar energy by collecting the heat energy to heat the air for the purpose of drying the product. Now, the advantages of using solar powered drying system includes the fact that the solar source is abundant, clean, low cost, and environmentally more friendly. Okay, so in Malaysia, according to several reports in Malaysia, Solar energy is a sustainable energy source that is continuously available throughout the year. So many scientists have done research and development to test and improve solar drying technology and for commercial size farmer process, according to the several report published in the recent year. And one author in particular, Tiwari, reported that for smaller scale drying purpose, so solar dryer are recommended since the risk of spoilage of large quantity due to bad weather is low. Okay, so these are summary of some of the papers that has been reviewed by several authors which deal with solar drying process. Okay, from the review that has been carried out, several opportunities has been identified. Okay, so a solar drying machine is a close alternative to traditional technique that can dry agriculture products in a safe manner. Right. Secondly, the solar dryer are relatively affordable and possess many potential to dry agriculture products efficiently. And renewable energies such as solar are, as we know, are abundant, especially in tropical countries like Malaysia. Therefore, the use of solar energy to replace finite energy sources are expected. Okay, so in the previous research activities of solar drying technology, it has been shown the compelling credibility of solar dryer to be applied into farmers' work chain. Now, the potential of solar dryer is great that there is a niche to continue and provide effort in advancing the solar drying technology for agriculture sector. So furthermore, following the fourth revolution in agriculture sector in Malaysia, the solar drying technology can be seen as an optimistic future in contributing to boost the productivity in the agriculture sector, and thus transforming the socio-economy life of the small-scale farmer in Malaysia. So trend can be seen from the recent papers that has been reviewed. Many hybrid solar dryer technologies are developed and enhanced to improve the drying performance of solar dryers. Okay, so a hybrid solar dryer typically operates in a combination of solar energy and other energy sources such as thermal electrical power. Right? Solar drying machines may operate in either the active mode or passive mode. Now, many researchers has opted for the active mode operation to control the airflow to have a better drying distribution within the drying chamber. As solar dryer machines rely heavily on solar availability, the temperature inside the drying chambers may fluctuate depending on the weather. Therefore, auxiliary heating components such as heater or sensible heat storage materials such as pebble can potentially maintain the hot air temperature in the drying space. Several research have included a program control system to monitor and automatically regulate the temperature in the drying chamber to reach an optimum drying process. Now, the challenges. Okay, so there are also some challenges. It was identified that it is evident from the past studies of solar dryers that they require a steady supply of solar energy to perform drying operation effectively and promptly. Now, in adverse to weather condition, when the sunlight is inconvenient, solar dryers are almost futile. Since solar dryers are heavily dependent on weather condition, times during long rainy seasons, cloudy days will affect the machine operation and thus will hinder the farmer's work. Now, this challenge is originally one of the main problems with the traditional drying method. However, this issue still remains one of the subjects that receive many interest for further study and improvement in the solar drying technology. Okay, so the drying process in agriculture industry requires a niche condition for quality product output. Therefore, commodities that have different physical attributes and characteristics may require different drying environment to preserve the important quality and nutrient that they offer. Okay, so from this knowledge, as drying duration and quality of dried products are few of the crucial aspects, there is a need to develop a system that monitor and control these drying parameters for an effective result. Okay, so it is therefore essential. It is an essential criterion in a solar dryer to provide an even distribution of hot air so that it can perform a uniform drying for all the crops within the drying space. Now, the drying process requires a careful management to maintain the quality. Okay, so in order to ease this labor farmer, an implementation of smart control system can potentially facilitate this situation. Now, it is understood that the drying parameters such as temperature and humidity level are few of the factors that need to be monitored and controlled. Therefore, further study of the factors that affect the performance of solar dryers needs more attention. Additionally, as solar are the main power for the solar energy, it is important for the solar dryer to capture maximum energy as possible. So to conclude this review, this paper has provided an analysis of the researchers' attempt to resolve and minimize factors that could impede a solar dryer's efficiency. Now, solar dryer technology has a massive potential to be further improved upon. Okay? And solar dryer technology can be classified as a forced and natural air convection method. Many researchers opt to study and experiment on forced air convection mode using an additional electrical component, such as mechanical fan, to distribute hot air evenly to the agriculture products within the drying chamber. Okay, so as solar drying technologies are weather dependent, past study also shows various techniques are used to ameliorate this problem, such as implementing heat storage material and solar panel. Since industrial food drying machinery takes a considerable chunk of the real estate space and higher costs, solar dryer machines aim to provide commercial dryers features and advantages, while at the same time being accessible to many small-scale farmers. With that, I have reached the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day, everyone, and bye-bye.